Hello, Internet. Zachimus Prime, aka Zachimus Prime. Here is another Transformers third-party Legends review. Today, the figure we're taking a look at is the Newage Tyr. Yes. And this, gosh, it sure looks an awful lot like Cyclonus. But it's not. It's just a coincidence. It's this Tyr, you know? Not Cyclonus. Cyclonus is purple and rabbit ears, and Cyclonus has got an image on his chest, and this one doesn't, so it's totally not the same thing at all. And I gotta be honest, I think that he is just really great. He looks really nice. It's got this like shiny kind of, I think Newage calls it piano finish paint. Like all of his paint is just this metallic-y, shiny, metallic-y purple, metallic-y lavender. The only flat colors on him are these plastics here are unpainted, plus his hands, upper biceps. That's all the same one, and then this part here in his face is painted to match. So, but gosh, he just looks really nice. You know, if size wasn't a thing, like if my hands were to disappear, like you could be forgiven for mistaking him for like the Fans Toys version of Cyclonus. Like it really looks good, and the proportions are really good, and the like transformation is really good. Like this is a really good figure all around. For comparisons, I do actually want to compare him to my Magic Square one that I'm replacing. Normally, Magic Square is a larger scale than the Newage scale, but like this is definitely a smaller figure, and it's not a bad looking figure in its own right. It's just it doesn't have that same oomph that this shiny one does. And here he is paired up with Galvatron, the Newage Galvatron. He is, I believe that he's supposed to be taller than Galvatron. At least that's what my understanding is. Just really good looking. I gotta sneeze. Hold on a second. I sneezed off camera, so you guys didn't need to be bothered by that. Also, I didn't want to spread COVID to any of you guys. Not that I have COVID, but it's always better to be safe than sorry. In terms of accessories, he comes with this gun here, which is molded all in one piece, painted silver, with a tiny bit of blue paint there. He holds that just fine. And then he also comes with like a toy accurate gun, which has got some waffling in it, but I guess that's toy accurate too. And he also holds that just fine. I think all in all, I kind of prefer his toy accurate gun to his show accurate gun. But I don't really like the way either one of them. So because Cyclonus has got this like bulge part above his wrist, like he can't really hold either one of these. Like he looks like he's holding it by, I mean he is holding it by the just the edge of the handle. And that can't be comfortable. But I do like how on the Takara one, they've got like a whoosh that comes down and then the handle comes out of that. So he actually looks like he's holding the full handle. That's nice. He also comes with a set of alternate hands. You just pull these off and then peg these in. And he's got some like open palm hands. Gosh, that even kind of looks like, if you look at the hollow parts of that even kind of looks like a face that's smiling. So that when he waves at you, it's literally like a smiley face. Hey, what's up, guys? That's funny. I like it. I laughed. in terms of articulation. Oh, one other thing, his head, so he doesn't come with any alternate faces, but his face, the way his head is designed, he's got that socket there on the back, which goes onto this ball, this neck socket, this neck ball. And that ball is basically wedged between his head and this face. And I feel like he should or could at least have swappable faces, which I think would be a first for a New Age figure. I'm trying to think, and I can't think of one off the top of my head. And I have like basically all the New Age figures so far, at least, you know, barring repaints. So, no, RC's got a swappable face. I don't know. But anyhow, I feel like he could have a swappable face if they wanted him to, but there was nothing included in the box. The only accessories were the hands. Actually, the fists and the open hands came on the sprue, which you had to pull them off yourself, and then these two guns. So, I do like the, like, transparent, like, orange jewels in his tummy. That's cute. But anyhow, his head is on the ball joint, rotates freely, a little bit of side to side, a fair amount of side to side, and a fair amount of back, and not really any down whatsoever. His shoulders will go all the way around. You can bring them out on this joint for most of a tree pose. You can bring them out on this joint for a little bit, so you can combine that up nicely. He has a bicep swivel, double jointed elbow for the full range, swivel at the wrist because it's just a peg. There is a swivel here, but that's only for transformation, to be honest. You start to break up that sculpt there. He does have a deep ab crunch. This is completely unnecessary for transformation. That's just there because New Age loves us. I love you too, New Age. Waist rotation there. He's got little skirt armors there that flip up out of the way when he kicks forward that far, kicks backward that far, comes out for about 104% of a Van Damme. He's got rotation at this ball joint itself, but then he also has a cut thigh swivel. Nice. Single joint bend to the knee. A little less than I would have expected from New Age, but I mean, 90 degrees is basically, I don't complain about anything. I don't complain about it. 90 degrees is when I stop complaining, so I'm not going to complain about it. His toe has got a hell of a lot of tilt, and you can wiggle the toe down. The tip of the toe is actually die-cast metal, and I think that's the only panel of die-cast on him, just the toes. I have noticed that New Age has been making an effort to put more die-cast on their figures, so that's cool. To get him transformed up, what we're going to do is we're going to start with his head, and we're going to go whoosh, like that. So now his head looks like a pencil head. You want to take this and pull this all out. You want to be careful. This little pointy part here, depending on how you pull this out, you can get that pointy part stuck in there. And you want to just be really careful about that. I found that what works best is to kind of pull this at the tip of this cockpit, and that just kind of all comes out, and then that allows this, as this bends out, that changes the angle of that, and so you can pull this out without interfering that part at all. So that's my recommendation. I think it's a good one. You want to take this and rotate this out, and then flip this out, and flip this out, and flip this out. And now you've got everything flipped out. You want to disconnect these shoulders while you're in this state, and then you can close this back up. Flip his head around. close this up like so. I have seen, by the way, on AliExpress, there's some company that is selling an upgrade kit. It's a little tiny Galvatron cockpit that fits inside this hollow. And you can fold this down and have a tiny ass Galvatron riding inside Cyclonus. And I'm like, that's fairly cool, but I also don't feel like it's something that I really need. So these are going to flip around, and these are going to flip around. So we're like so at this point. You want to take these guys here and fold them out like that. These are going to rotate up like so. And these fists are going to flip in. We're going to plug those inside hollows that we're going to make in the legs. You do want to splay his wings out for right now. You want to open up these panels here and then open up. There's a tab here. The foot tabs into this panel here. And when you untab that, you can untab this. And so with this panel folded all the way out, you want to fold this one in. And then you can fold this guy all the way in. For the toe, let's fold this all the way in. Oh yeah, there was one step I forgot. You want to take his legs and yank them straight down. Like that. That way when you fold them up, then all the panels line up. Let's real quick do this for the other side as well, just so that we can get these synced up. So fold this all the way out, fold this up, put that panel in. Combiner wars that up. The foot section is going to slide. You'll fold the toe and then slide this all the way up. So fold the toe and slide this all the way up. And then all of this is going to plug in to each other. The legs, I mean. These are kind of fold into those panels there. You've got these two tabs on the back of this cockpit section that are going to plug into those panels. And then this is just going to fold in. You've got a slot here on the back of this wrist, and you've got a tab here on this lavender section. And so you just kind of plug this in. So let's talk about three tabs real quick. There's a tab here that fits into a slot in here. There's a tab here that fits into, well, I could have sworn it fit into a slot. Yeah, it fits into a slot right here. And then you've got this tab here, which fits into a slot right there. So you're going to do this one first, this one second, and this one third. That's not fitting in. I know what I did wrong. Disconnect, disconnect, disconnect. Is that what I did wrong? Yes, but I gotta rotate the elbow to face that way. Let's see if I did it right. Full disclosure, I got this last night, and I transformed it into robot mode, and I haven't yet transformed it into alt mode, so we're seeing this for the first time. Like that. So take the elbow, flip it out, get this to rotate so that it faces like so. And then again with the tabs, this tab, then this tab, then this tab. And there he is in his vehicle mode. And you know what? This also looks really stinking good. Like really, really good. In terms of aesthetics and proportions, aesthetically, I think it looks more like, I don't know. I think the alt mode looks more like the X Transbots or KFC. X Transbot. It's the same thing. The X Transbots one. But god damn, that just looks just so flippin' good. Meanwhile, here's the one. You know, I'm going to go back and I'm going to look at my review for this guy, and I'm sure it's going to be just glowing with praise. Because at the time, I mean, it's, you know, there's a difference between being really good and being good for the time. And I believe that this one was good for its time. But like this one is just, I'm gonna eat my words if I go back and if I called this one a mini masterpiece, because looking at it, I don't know that I would have said that. It's, you know, gappy and whatnot. This one is just beautiful, and it's perfect, and it's lovely, and this is one of the better looking Cyclonuses that you can get your hands on. Never mind that it's a legend scale figure. So, gosh, I'm so glad I made the right choice, collecting legends instead of masterpiece scale. But anyhow, he does have a little landing gear up here. Which I have stuck his head over. How much do I have to move to undo my mistake? I have to move that, and I have to move that, and I have to move that, and I have to move that. This head just came straight off. Fold that around. Fold out the landing gear. And then put it all back. Put that back. Put that back. That doesn't want to retract with his head in position like that. Well, I don't want to turn his face around. Anyhow, he does have a landing gear that you can pull out. And then back here, he's got these little guys. And they're not like skids per se, but you can flip them out. This one, when I tried to flip it out last time I tried, it just came straight off. I think it's got a minor mold defect. Because it gives me some reason. Well, there it goes out. So you can take these and you can have little skids and you can land him. And that's the thing that you can do. But I mean, why would you land him when you can swoosh him, right? I love it. I absolutely flippin' love it. Yeah, I'm gonna give this a full recommend. But anyhow, thanks everybody for watching. You guys are fantastic. Everybody stay awesome and be good to each other. See ya.